Going on 10 months.
Okay, so you've been here. I forget, Brett's boxing club is...
Rival Boxing.
It's Rival, thank you. I'll make sure I get that right, or I'll come down here and sneak it right. If you'll go ahead and hit the button, go ahead.
Okay.
Welcome back in. Jim Davis along with Buffalo Mark. The good, the bad, the ugly from the weekend. You can text or call us at 970-242-1340. Also, our quick question, Xbox or PlayStation, which is your favorite platform? 970-242-1340. A pleasure to have with us in studio today Masi, Raheed, who boxes for, fights for Brett Blaney over at the Rival Boxing Club here in town. He recently won the 140-pound championship at the Sparta League over in Denver, winning the 140-pound championship. And Masi Raheed joins us in the studio. Masi, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Thanks for having me over here.
Well, we appreciate you joining us in the program today. Take us through the bout that you had. You win it, the MMA course over at the Sparta League over in Denver at the Pepsi Center. Big crowd, a lot of folks there.
Yeah.
I imagine for you that it's still something that, when you think about it, it's like, wow, all this training, everything, it all paid off with winning the 140-pound championship.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a kind of one of those bittersweet moments, and all the work you put in and actually paid off. And the funny thing was, I've been asked by Julian over at K-State News. He asked me, how did you feel when you won the belt? And I told him this kind of was one of those deja vu moments, because you kind of replay you winning over and over in your head, kind of to build confidence going up towards the fight. So when you finally do it, it's kind of like, oh wow, I feel like I've been here before. So
yeah, you've already taken yourself through that mental process of what it's going to feel like when you actually hold up that belt, and you're already mentally prepared for that. So still a cool moment when you actually got to hold the belt, but you were prepared for it though.
Yeah, absolutely. So
now who did you fight? Who did you fight to win the title?
I fought a young prospect named Milton Rogue. He's pretty good out of Denver. He was on a knockout streak, about 2 or 3 guys knocking him out left and right. So he was the favorite to come in for sure. So I was definitely an underdog, and I didn't have a name behind me yet. So, but now I do, I guess, we can take it from him. So
Masi Raheed joining us today, the champion of the 140-pound weight classification at the recent Sparta League over in Denver at the Pepsi Center. Take us through how you got into this. Now, you're from Detroit, Michigan. You've been here for about 10 months in Grand Junction, working with Brett and the guys at Rival. How did you get into the whole thing, get into MMA?
It's kind of like a long, tedious process. Originally, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. That's correct. And then I moved to Wyoming for college. So I was out in Wyoming for about 3 years. So then I met a guy named Donato Hogan, which is also Saul's Hogan. He's another trainer at the gym. He's his little nephew. So we became real acquainted, best friends. He was getting into the scene of boxing. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, man. I want to see what's that about. So I tried it out. Actually, I guess it was natural with it. So those guys kind of helped me out. And then Saul always told me, and Brett told me, like, hey, one day when we get ready to take this off, we'll call you down here and move you down here to Grand Junction, and we'll get some big things going. And we're going back and forth about a year with that until everybody got their life together and everything's ready. So earlier this year, about January, everyone was on the same page. So they called me down, said, hey, let's get ready to go. So I ended up moving here about end of last year, so I've been here for 9 months. So once I moved down here with that, and we started in the gym, we kept working. So I kind of found this word boxing in Wyoming with working with a friend, and then just fell in love with it ever since.
Masi Raheed joining us, the 140-pound champion in the Sparta Combat League over at the Pepsi Center about a week ago, joining us in studio today. So in that championship bout that you had, what kind of worked? What was the things that were working for you in that match that led you to the championship?
Kind of just taking it slow, at a slow pace, not trying to get too antsy, not trying to do too much, not trying to look for a knockout, just letting it come. That's what my coaches always tell me. And just taking it real slow, pretty much. Because the amateur is kind of like a high pace. So this is my first time actually trying to bring it down and just working methodically and real slow. So that's kind of what worked for me. And then kind of see the openings. We might touch him here, like a little jab to the body, see how he reacts to it. If he opens it up with high guard, we'll try to react to that. And then he starts to drop his right hand a little bit. We start noticing that. So he said we just keep working on it, and maybe by the 3rd round, he might get a little fatigued, might make a mistake, and we'll try to make him pay for that.
So what is your athletic background? Stick and ball sports before this, boxing, wrestling. What's kind of the background for you, Masi, that led you to MMA?
Actually, basketball. I mean, ironically, yeah. I grew up in Detroit playing basketball my whole life. So boxing.
They hand you a basketball and you come out of the womb, right? You live
Yeah.
in Detroit. It's like, here you go.
Yeah,
There's the playground. Go for it, son, right?
That's not, you're not exaggerating at all. That's the funny part. But yeah, growing up in Detroit, basketball is like the big thing. Football is the next one. So I grew up playing basketball and went to Wyoming and tried to try out for the team, for the college team. So boxing and fighting was ever something I came off the womb trying to do. But I actually found me basketball, soccer. I like soccer.
Okay.
Have you been following the World Cups?
A little bit. My friend Mr. Felsky over here is our resident World Cup expert.
Oh, really?
He's forgotten more about the World Cup than I'll probably ever know. So who do you like in the World Cup? Who do you?
I was going for Mexico. Mexico did pretty good.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I mean, they lost recently, but they actually kind of shocked us and shocked the world. So that was pretty good. I wish the USA had a better team, but
well, 2026, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Masi Raheed joining us, the Sparta Combat champion for the 140-pound weight class. So how many pro bouts have you logged so far?
This is my first one.
It's the first one, okay.
And then the funniest thing was, for these past couple of months, we just kept trying to find one because a lot of guys didn't want to fight me, not because they were scared of things, just because it wasn't a safe thing, because my name wasn't out there.
Sure.
So it wasn't like a safe bet.
You want to find a brand name, a guy that's developed a reputation, and you're still trying to work on yours, yeah.
So we thought we could never get a fight, but after this, the next day, we have about 3 fights lined up, 3 guys that want to fight me. So we have one coming up August 18th against a guy, Alex Sinaz. Forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong, but we have one already matched up August 18th coming up. Then we probably have another one in September, so we're starting to get the ball rolling, so it's pretty good. But this was my first pro fight, so we're just starting out.
Masi Raheed with Rival Boxing joining us today, winning the Sparta Combat League 140-pound championship over in Denver. So when you give advice to young MMA fighters, you're still relatively young in your career at this. What piece of advice would you give some of those young fighters?
Work hard, and then work harder than that, pretty much. Try to be the hardest working person in the room at all times, and don't get discouraged off of losses. Don't get discouraged off if someone doesn't believe in you and stuff like that. Always believe in your own self, and actually that right there, self-belief, will probably take you so far than anything better. If anything you take from what I'm saying, it's self-belief, honestly. Because that's going to get you in the gym when no one's in there. When you're by yourself, that's going to help you get through what you need to get to. So, self-belief.
All right. Masi Raheed with us. So next bout coming up here in about a month or so, right?
A month or so. So we're back at it. Back in the gym.
Typical training day for you. What is it? When does it start out? What's it like for you? Give us kind of a little idea of what it's like for you.
Okay, towards right now, so just starting off, I'm taking it slow, trying to get my body back right. So it'll probably be something easy. Probably go to the gym once or twice a day. Again, towards the fight, I like to go for my runs about 6 o'clock before school. Get done with that, go to the gym, do a little cardio more. Then come back to the gym around 5 or 6. Work with the team. We do a lot of pad work, a lot of mental things about the game, stuff like that. Get done with that, go ahead to the other gym, do a couple miles of running. So probably 3 days, working out 3 times a day.
So what's outside of training and what goes into that? What else do you do? School? You mentioned school.
Yeah, I was going to school for CNA and doing a bunch of medical field. Want to become an LPN part-time before this boxing takes off. Other than that, movies. I love movies. I actually went to school, college before I was going to school for CNA. For a film degree, I have a degree in film, radio, and TV. So that's what I was doing before this. So I love watching movies, love writing scripts and stuff like that. So
best movie you've seen lately?
Lately?
Masi Raheed film recommendation.
Okay, does that still be in theaters or just kind of?
It can be not in theaters. The last movie you saw, they're like, man, that's a great film. Everybody should go see that thing.
Actually, I like Ready Player One. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the book. Yeah, it's on the list to see, but I haven't seen it yet.
I
Yeah,
actually kind of like that movie.
it's a Spielberg movie. Yeah.
I actually kind of like that movie. Obviously, the Black Panther movie was a big movie. That was pretty good.
Great flick, yeah.
Other than that, yeah, Ready Player One would be nice.
All right, so there you go. The Masi Raheed film recommendation today. All right, one last question for you.
Absolutely.
Our quick question today, Masi. Xbox or PlayStation?
Oh, PlayStation. Easy.
Okay.
Never had an Xbox. Always been a PlayStation guy. So.
When you have time to do it, right? It's not always
What about you? What do you?
PlayStation.
PlayStation? Oh,
Yeah. I've never had an Xbox. Velsky's he's an Xbox.
Xbox? PlayStation. I feel like it's more authentic. Xbox came out of nowhere like what, 2000?
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 worked its way up.
It's got the heritage. It's got the legacy. It's got the reputation, right? Yeah, I know. It seems kind of ridiculous, doesn't it? Yeah, the long legacy and the heritage. Hey, Masi, appreciate it. It's been a real pleasure having you in today. Congratulations on the championship, and keep it going. Best of luck in your next bout coming up over, of course, with Brett Blaney and those guys at Rival Boxing. But congratulations on the Sparta Combat League championship.
Thank you for having me on here, man. I hope this is not the last time I see you.
No, you're gonna come. You're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about another win for you coming up here very soon.
We're gonna talk about some more PlayStation than Xbox.
You bet. Any time you come on in, come on in. We'll talk about that. We'll talk video games. We'll talk movies. We do a lot of that in this program. That's very good. Well, we're going to do our Summer Movie Madness coming up. We're going to give away a chance for somebody to win. It's going to be a bracket contest. Movie sequels. And you're getting a chance to win all these DVDs and a DVD player of all the sequels. You're going to go old school with that, giving away DVDs and all the sequels and everything. Well, Masi, appreciate the time. Thank you so much. All right, Masi Raheed joining us in studio today, 9:36. We'll take